Howdy, folks. I'm Alan for today's news. I will be reading, speaking about world news, interesting news to keep you entertained, and news to keep you informed. What I got for you today is from a New York Post. It said Biden finally admits border isn't secure, believes massive changes needed, and he said, "I'm ready to act." Biden told reporters on Friday that the U.S.-Mexico border is not secure, contradicting Homeland Security Secretary after endorsing massive changes in immigration policy. No, it's not, Biden said, when asked whether the frontier was secure following remarks to a bipartisan group of mayors in the White House East Room. During his speech, the 81-year-old Biden said he hoped for Senate negotiations to announce a calm promise next week on border policy as part of a broader $106 billion supplement spending request that would also finance military aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Now what he's doing, he figured if he puts money for the border and then add these other countries in with it, then he might get it. Well, we'll see about that. It said here, I believe we need significant policy changes at the border, including changes in our asylum system to ensure that we have the authorities we need to control the border. I'm ready to act, he said. Now, the question is for the White House Speaker, Mike Johnson, and the White House Republicans, are they ready to act as well, Biden added. They have to choose whether they want to solve a problem or keep weaponizing the issue to score points against the president. I'm ready to solve the problem. I really am, he added. He's lying. Massive changes in it's sincere, but he's lying. We know he's lying. It's unclear what asylum policy changes could be to all three of the White House sitting Senate Democrats and House Republicans. Man, let's see what else is here. I don't want to read the whole article to you. So here, current administration policy allows nearly all migrants who illegally cross the border to enter the U.S. to await backlogged asylum proceedings, entitling them to work permits after an initial wait period. Anyway, now he's backing up on what he said before. Before he said we were secure. Now he said we're not. He don't know what he's doing. He probably don't know which side of the bed he wakes up on. Let me go to the next one here. This from the Daily Mail. CDC tells doctors to start blood testing patients for forever chemicals after report found toxins are causing silent health crisis. And the data suggests 98% of us will test positive. Doctors could soon start testing their patients for blood for cancer-causing forever chemical, following new advice from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The new guidance from the federal agency is not meant to determine whether Americans have PFAS in their blood. Numerous studies have already showed 98% of Americans do. Rather, the CDC hope the blood test will give health care providers a better sense of how widespread the problem is and how they can best help people minimize their risk. They want to test people, use them as guinea pigs, is what they want to do. PFAS are known as forever chemicals because they don't break down and stay in the body for years. Once there, they enter the bloodstream and damage organs. The microplastics have been used in a variety of industries since the 1930s, and since then have become overwhelmed. Lining the inside of water bottles containing food, giving cookware its non-stick quality, and keeping stains off of clothes and carpets. I'm going to show you a picture right here where it says U.S. cities with the highest levels of PFAS in drinking water. They're going to show Quad City, Iowa, Louisville, Kentucky, Decatur, Alabama, New Orleans, Louisiana. What is that? Philip, Pennsylvania, Burgess County, New Jersey, Wilmington, North Carolina, Brunswick County, North Carolina, Charleston, North Carolina, and Miami, Florida. Dr. Aaron Bernstein, director of the CDC and the Agency for Toxic Substance and Disease Registry, which is the ATSDR, told ABC News the information is meant for individuals and communities around the country who are concerned about exposure to PFAS to have productive conversation with their medical providers. Hey, it's already in your system. There ain't nothing you can do. Ain't going to no hospital, that's for sure. I say here, forever chemicals lurking in drinking water as a product of manufacturing and industrial waste disposal, as well as runoff from contaminated stormwater. These chemicals enter drinking water when products containing them are used or spilled onto the ground and into the lakes and rivers. Once in groundwater, PFAS can travel long distances and contaminate drinking wells. PFAS in the air can also get into rivers and lakes, which are often used for drinking water. So there you breathe it in. Air pollution is also a major source of PFAS contaminants. Factories spew it out into the atmosphere. Once in the air, they can travel far and wide easily. The chemicals also line food packaging and have shown up on fresh produce growing with PFAS-laden water, making them ever present in everything we eat. So when you buy produce, if they grow it in where they have the PFAS, they're going into your vegetables, your fruits, then you're eating it and it goes inside of you because you can't get rid of it. Anyway, I'm going to show you a picture here. Everyday products with cancer-causing chemicals. And the picture's right here. You can see it for yourself, what they're showing. A handful of more than 7,000 different PFAS chemicals have been identified as possible carcinogens and drives the liver and thyroid dysfunction, as well as pregnancy complications. PFAS contamination is a relatively new concern, as scientists have only recently in the past decade begun to study the long-term effects of drinking contaminated water and breathing poison air. Now, I drink my water double filter. We got a house filter, and then we got a filter on the fridge, and so it's going through both filters, but it's still probably going to be in there, though. The CDC new guidance encouraged patients and doctors to discuss the risk of PFAS exposure and the benefits of blood testing to determine what kind of treatments or prevention health measures may be necessary. And doctors and nurses don't know much. They're playing the guessing game is what they're doing. Almost half of the tap water sources in the U.S. are laced with toxic PFAS forever chemicals, according to the major study. The report found 45% of drinking water sources contain at least one PFAS, with highest concentration in the Great Plains, the Great Lakes, the Eastern Seaboard, and Central Southern California. It says here, but bottled water may not be much better. Researchers at Columbia University found the average liter bottle of store-bought water contains over 240,000 nanoplastics, PFAS, linked to cancer, infertility, and birth defects. Cities with the highest levels of toxic forever chemicals in tap water also have above average rates of disease and pregnancy complication. The majority of the neighborhoods with the highest levels of PFAS chemicals in drinking water suffer more cancer diagnostics and death than the rest of the country each year, and see more babies born at dangerous low weights. And that's all I got for you on that one there. Fingers important to read it to you. Next one here is from cityandsteps.com. 5 for Friday. Gun control passed through the House committee. And there's nothing to read on it, actually. It's just a title. It just said it passed. Let me go to the next one here. Oh, wait a minute. The link I was supposed to click on is what it was. Okay, here it is. For the first time since the party took control of the state house in 2022, Democrats in Harrisburg have passed gun regulation out of committee. The House committee passed 5 firearm bills along party line votes Wednesday, with Republicans opposing the measure. The state house is currently split 101 to 101 after Democrat State Representative John Galloway resigned ahead of taking office as a district judge, meaning the bills could face even more continuous debate at the House floor should they be considered before the February 15 special election to fill Galloway's seat. Debate during the committee hearing was similar to past gun-related discussion, with Democrats expressing the need to take dangerous weapons off the streets, and Republicans argue the bill will only hinder firearms. See, House Bill 355, ban on the multi-burst trigger actuators. House Bill 336, ban on future sales of assault weapons. House Bill 777, ban on ghost gun parts. House Bill 1157, mental health reporting requirements. House Bill 1190, ban on 3D pointed firearm parts. Now that one there, mental health reporting requirements. There's a lot of cops been getting in trouble because they're mental anyway, so it ain't gonna work. The cops carry guns. Let me go to the next one here. Already done that one. Okay, this one here, it says, this is about Missouri. Bikers against predators speak out after a sting operation in southeast Missouri. This from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. 3 southeast Missouri men are now behind bars after a sting operation conducted by a nonprofit organization that takes action against child predators. Now, we're hearing about the operation directly from a member of Bikers Against Predators. 58-year-old Johnny Armstrong is from Cuddersville. 32-year-old Stephen Eubanks lives in Kenneth, Missouri. And 50-year-old Joseph Craig is from Dexter, Missouri. All 3 are now in jail. just trying to kind of wake up our community. Said the community that it's in real danger. Boots, the president of Bikers Against Predators, said it is a real possibility that your child could be sucked into some of these individual grooming and stuff like that. Boots said the organization started in 2021. One of our family members unfortunately had a run-in with one online child predator, Boots said. That's why we wanted to do something to show communities that predators are out there and any one child could fall victim. We just put our decoys account on various social media, some dating apps, and pretty much just sat there, Boots said. Boots said they don't make contact with anyone first, but if an adult does reach out to one of the decoys, they go along. Kind of just tell them, hey, you know I'm 12, 13, 14. Usually it's under 13. And we let them make the decision to continue the conversation or end the conversation. He showed us one of the conversations from one of the decoys account. It says, anyway, it goes on and on. People say that, let's see here. Yeah, they call them vigilantes. They're not vigilantes. They don't bust, they don't go in and beat the people up and stuff like that. They actually turn them over to the cops. It's a good thing, actually. All states should have that. And here's something here out of Fox 4, out of Kansas City, Missouri. It said, Independence man sentenced for selling stolen catalytic converters, making millions. An Independence, Missouri man who made millions of dollars selling catalytic converters, many of which were stolen, was sentenced to federal court Wednesday. U.S. District Judge Howard Sachs sentenced James Speck, 58, to 5 years in prison without parole. The court ordered him to surrender $4.4 million to the government, which represents a conservative estimate that 40% of the catalytic converters he bought and sold were stolen, according to the Department of Justice. Speck, the owner of J&J Recycling in Independence, Missouri, pleaded guilty on July 12, 2023 to the charge of conspiracy to transport stolen property across state lines. And it says down here, according to the court documents, he told the investigator he sometimes spent $20,000 a day buying catalytic converter and profited about $1,000 a day after expenses. Because he dealt so much in cash, it is not possible to know the amount of his net profit is. Myself, I bought me an alarm. It's easy to put on, and it doesn't cost much. And I got a video on it on one of my other channels. It's going to be right here, the link, if you want to watch it. And I had it on both of my vehicles for about 6 months. Batteries are still going strong in it. You just got to remember to turn it off before you get in your vehicle. It'll give you a warning alarm first before it starts going off like crazy. Only bad thing about it, only have one remote. But anyway, I love it. I use it all the time. And so far, it's been going great. And that's all I got for you for news. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch that video there if you like. And don't forget to come back. Until next time, it's Alan for today's news. Later.